You always get a little nervous when you have to show a film here because in many ways it's like bringing something home to the family.
You always need to be able to dare to fall over the edge. That's when the interesting things happen.
In its highest form, cinema is meant to be viewed on a large screen with strangers in the dark.
Thank you, Toronto Film Festival. It is a wonderful, wonderful place to come as a filmmaker.
All the good stories in history, all the good movies, it hits you in a way that create a beauty from ugliness.
I was so happy to see two roles like this written for women.
We take a theater seat with us, an empty theater seat that rides in the back of the van, because we consider you the 12th member of the crew.
Thank you. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Toronto International Film Festival's awards ceremony. I'm Pierce Handling, Director and CEO of TIFF.
And I'm Cameron Bailey, Artistic Director of the Toronto International Film Festival.
Boy, these last 11 days have just blasted by so quickly, from the opening night film to the excitement of our audiences, the incredible pride in celebrating our 40th anniversary. It was really tremendous. It's always a little bit of a bittersweet feeling when the event comes to a close.
The final numbers aren't fully in yet, but to date we've welcomed more than 473,000 attendees, over 5,400 industry delegates from 80 countries around the world, and 1,200 media to talk business, make deals, watch movies, and report on everything happening in our festival village. Festival Street was back for its second year, and our two new programs, Platform and Primetime, were very well received by audiences.
So the vision of this festival is built around the twin ideas of inclusion and diversity. And both of these ideas embrace our audience as much as they do the films that we show. I heard time and time again, and not for the first time, that we have the best audience in the world, known for its openness and its generosity.
And though this year's festival is coming to a close, we certainly don't have that much downtime. Our fall programming lineup is exciting and it's ambitious, including the unmissable Andy Warhol exhibition, which opens on October 30th. We can't wait to see you all back at TIFF Bell Light Box over the next few months.
Now, 40 years ago, three visionaries, Bill Marshall, Hank Vanderkook, and Dusty Cole, created a very small festival of festivals that showcased the best films from here and around the world to a public audience. Their dream was inclusive, and their programming reflected the growing diversity of the city of Toronto. Bill, Hank, and Dusty took a big risk, and they dreamed very large, and we're here today in large part because of their leadership. Please join me in thanking them for their many contributions over the past 4 decades.
Today's awards ceremony is one of our favorite events because we get to look back on 11 special days of celebrating cinema. Sincere thanks to everyone who helped make the 2015 festival so memorable and contributed to its success. From our thousands of volunteers, festival venues teams, industry delegates, film publicists, members of the press corps, and our incredible audience, and most of all, perhaps, the people who bring the films to the festival every year, the festival programming team. This is a remarkable group. I think it's the best programming team in the world, and I'd just like to do what we do every year at the festival at the end, is just to call out the names of the programmers who brought us the films. So I'll just call out their names. If you're in the audience, please stand up and take a bow. Colin Geddes, Midnight Madness and Vanguard. Jane Shottle, Israel, US, Australia, New Zealand. Magali Samard, Canadian Features. Jason Anderson, Canadian Shorts and International Shorts. Dennis Goulet, Shorts Programmer. Kathleen McGuinness, Shorts Programmer. Shane Smith, Shorts Team as well. Dimitri Epides, Eastern Europe and much of the world. Giovanna Fulvi, Asia. Diana Sanchez, Latin America, Spain, Portugal. Tom Powers, documentaries from all over the world. Andrea Picard, Wavelengths. Michelle Mayhew, Ireland, the Netherlands, Galas. Carrie Craddock, Director of Programming for the festival. Jesse Wente, TIFF Cinematheque and other things. Brad Dean, TIFF Cinematheque Programmer. Michael Lerman, Primetime. Elizabeth Muscala, TIFF Kids. Rasha Salty, Middle East and Africa. Renee Robinson, Industry Programming. And Piers Handling.
And Cameron Bailey.
Thank you. Steve, pardon me, Steve Gravestock. How did I forget Steve? He's written down here. Sorry. Canadian Features and Everything Nordic.
So we'd like to acknowledge the support of the following organizations. Our lead sponsor, Bell. Our major sponsors, RBC, L'Oreal Paris, and Visa. Our major supporters, the Government of Ontario, Telefilm Canada, and the City of Toronto. Our major industry supporters, the Ontario Media Development Corporation and Telefilm Canada. And our wonderful community of donors, members, and friends. Also like to acknowledge the official suppliers who are supporting today's event, Gross Premium Lager, Henkel, Pepsi, and Ciroc. Okay, let's get started on today's awards. First, announced earlier in the festival, is the Dropbox Discovery Program Filmmakers Award, presented to Adel El Arbi and Bilal Falah for the film Black. The award carries a cash prize of $5,000 along with free Dropbox for business accounts for the production team. And I'd now like to invite Adil El Arbi to the stage to say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you for the rock. It's awesome. Very nervous. I didn't prepare a speech. So it's the first time that we have a big festival. Toronto is one of the best festivals in the world. So it's really amazing that we're here, and I cannot curse, so I will try not to say the F word and S word. This movie, we did it with young people, never acted before, 16 young actors, and it's the first time they are in the movie now, and we hope that they will have a big-ass career in the future. And it's just a great honor. We hope that Belgium is proud, and also Morocco is proud, because we're also Moroccans. And thank you. TIFF will always be in our heart, because we started from the bottom and now we're here. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Adil, thank you very much. Thanks for bringing your film to Toronto and for quoting Drake on stage. I'm very happy with that. The Shortcuts Awards for Best Canadian Short Film and Best Short Film recognize the leading films in a very strong slate of shorts. Each award carries a cash prize of $10,000. Over the course of the festival, our short film jury has been watching a vast number of unique Canadian and international short films. The jury includes the head of the Shorts Program and Creations Unit at Canal Plus France, Pascal Faure, the film writer, John Anderson, and actor Rizwan Manji. I'd like to invite the short film jury to the stage to announce today's winners.
We saw more films than anybody, except maybe the shorts programmers. We saw a lot of great films. We narrowed it down to 2 awards and 2 honorable mentions. I'd like to add a 3rd honorable mention to Lily, who's quitting her job and volunteering overseas for 3 months. Her mother doesn't know what she's going to do about her career or how she's going to live, but if we come back next year, maybe we'll find out. When we announce the honorable mention, would the director please stand, and then the winner of the award come to the stage. For its blithely unconventional approach to new media and new mores, and a sense of humor that was as wry as it was rude, the honorable mention goes to Rate Me, Faisal Boulifa. I don't know if Faisal is here, but was Faisal here? I couldn't see him. And for its daring and revelatory exploration of a family's dysfunction and upheaval through the eyes of a child, and its refusal to cast characters as villains, but rather as complex and highly conflicted human beings, the award goes to Maman, by Maimouna Diakore, who I believe is here. Well, the jury also wanted to acknowledge the performance of Sokna Diallo, the child in the film. So thank you. Oh. Okay, that one too.
Should I read? I guess I'll read mine. Canadian shorts, we had a very difficult decision, so we have an honorable mention for its whimsical and wry examination of religious conviction and intellectual conversion, and the acknowledgement that courage and transformation can be achieved at any age and involve any manner of pork byproduct. We would like to give an honorable mention to Bacon and God's Wrath, director Saul Friedman, and I think he's here, so if he can stand, so we can all be here. And I guess the surprise, for its seductive, elliptical, and graceful manner of exploring the nature of grief and the unconventional ways that families react to loss, all of which was elevated by the performance of Théo Vachon-Sansen. I hope I said that correctly. The best Canadian short goes to Viaduct or Overpass, director Patrice Laliberté. So.
We would like to invite Patrice to join us on stage if he's here to accept the award. Patrice, wonderful. Please, come on up.
Thanks.
And this, I'll hold this for you.
Cool. Well, thank you so much. We started shooting last year, day by day, and it's now a year project and year achievement. It's a great honor to be here. It's really amazing. I'm so happy. I would like to thank two important person who are there. They are here in the rooms. I would like to thank Julie Groslo, my producers, and I would like to thank Olivier Binet, who did all the post-production. And I would like to can we give a big clap for these two persons, because they follow me since the beginning, and I'm sharing the prize with them because they're really there. Thank you for these great 10 last days. It was really amazing, and I hope to see you soon. Did I take it?
Yes, of course. Yeah, take it. It's yours. Yes. Congratulations, Patrice. We actually do have Maimouna Diakore here, so I'd like to invite the winner of the International Short Prize to come up and say a few words. Maimouna Diakore.
Wow, it's amazing. Thank you very much. Maman is a story about love. It's about the fact that we have to take care about person we love. It's a story about childhood. And there is an African say that says that when elephants are fighting, growth is always the main victim. Actually, I wrote this story because I grew up with two mothers. And it's for her. I want to thank you, the festival, a very wonderful organization. Thank you for your hospitality. Thanks to my team, my actors, this wonderful little child in the movie. And a big thanks, a really big thanks to a guy who trusts me, because it is my first professional movie. I didn't do any school before, cinema school, and he just trusts me. He helped me. He gave me all he has. Thank you, Zangro, if you can come with me, because please. Thank you for everything. Thank you for this prize. Thank you.
So congratulations, Patrice and Maimouna, on your remarkable, truly remarkable short films. Now, our next award, the City of Toronto Award for Best Canadian First Feature, is presented to a talented filmmaker for an accomplished debut feature and carries a cash prize of $15,000. The city has been a valued partner for many years. This year we worked closely together on our Festival Street initiative, and I'd like to thank Mayor John Tory and the city for their support and for sharing our vision. Please join me in inviting Michelle Alassanac, Film Sector Development Officer at the City of Toronto, to the stage to hand out the award. We're very fortunate to have a talented feature jury with us this year. I'd like to welcome to the stage filmmaker Don McKellar, director of the AFI Fest, Jacqueline Lianga, and programming and executive director of the Rio de Janeiro International Film Festival, Ilda Santiago.
Yeah, go ahead. Hey, good morning, everyone. After attending 30 screenings of Canadian films, the jury acknowledges at TIFF program the strength and cultural diversity of Canadian films and the extraordinary and large vision of its filmmakers and cinema professionals. The vitality and the need to portray and discuss the variety of Canadian thoughts is fully represented in those films, which cover issues dear and important to all of us in the world, and which cross way beyond Canadian borders. Canadian filmmakers go from luxurious experimental, touching documentaries to powerful storytelling, genre films, it's all there. And the first-time filmmakers in the selection give it even a stronger profile. For its sophisticated plotting, indelible characters, and insightful critique of masculinity through a fateful rite of passage on the North Shore of Lake Superior, the City of Toronto Award for Best First Feature goes to Andrew Chividino's Sleeping Giant.
We'd like to invite Andrew to the stage.
Wow. Thank you so much. This is incredible to come home to Toronto with my first feature film and to be on this stage is something that I've dreamed about for a long time. Sleeping Giant was a long process. I started it with my producer Karen Harnish 4 years ago, and bringing that germ of an idea and allowing it to listening to it and letting it become what it needed to be has taken that long. And it hasn't always been an easy road. We had a very modest budget, even by Canadian standards, and but we had a small team of incredibly dedicated people who gave everything they had. And even on those days where you really you doubt of your vision or fear that it's not going to work out, seeing the people around you continue to be inspired by the same idea got us all to work every day. And I'm so grateful and will always be to the team of people I braved wind and wave with on the North Shore of Superior, kind of sharing bunks in little cottages. It was a tremendous and magical experience. I'd also like to thank the festival, who's been incredible support for me coming up, and also a place to just learn about cinema, even as a fan of cinema before I started making films. and to D Films, who's distributing the film in Canada. I can't wait to get it out there for more people to see, and Telefilm Canada, and the many other funders who helped make it possible. So again, thank you very much. This, you don't know how much this means. Thanks. I will now take it.
Yeah, before we present our final award, our jury wants to express their exasperation. As Ilda said, we had this extreme variety in the program that we were asked to choose from and compare. And while this no doubt speaks to the health and the diversity of Canadian industry, it also makes it very frustrating for the jury. Ours was, we understand, the longest deliberation on record. Not because of internal squabbling, we were actually amicable to the end, cordial to the end, but actually just because we didn't have enough awards to give out. About 3/4 of the way through, we called, Cameron came down to see what was going on, and we made an appeal for more awards, and that appeal was denied. And so we want more awards, that's what we're saying. We wish there was an award, some way of acknowledging the achievements of films like the incredibly heartfelt and hard-hitting Hurt. We wish there was an award to present to honor the integrity and the brilliant central performance of The Waiting Room. We wish there was an award to acknowledge the sublime cinematic orgy of The Forbidden Room. There should be an award for Guy Madden every year, a special award. But the only thing we were allowed is a special citation. And so we took it. The jury would like to award a special citation for its dexterous intelligence and its political and cinematic wit to Philippe Falardeau for my internship in Canada. Is Philippe here? Probably not. It's just a citation. He probably didn't bother to come out. I don't even think there's a piece of paper. Is there to go with it? I don't know. Well, it's a great film, and the jury. It's the jury's hope that the film receives vigorous distribution before October 19th. Congratulations.
Well, as Dawn have stated, we were really captivated by the programming selection this year of Canadian films. And, you know, often one of the many conversations we had as we talked about the diversity of the kinds of films was about the power of cinema, and talked about how films have this power to transcend reality and transport us to an experience that enables us to not only better understand our own dreams and desires, but to better understand the dreams and desires of others, for its confidence and invention in tackling the pain and yearning of the first love and coming of age of a young gay man in Newfoundland, for its artistry and invention. The jury awarded the Canada Goose Best Canadian Feature Award to Closet Monster.
We will invite Stephen Dunn, the director of Closet Monster, to the stage.
There you go. Wow.
Can we also invite from Canada Goose, we want to invite Lila Lahonia as well to the stage.
Also, Fraser Ash and Kevin Cricks, the producers of the film, please come up on stage. Don't hang around over there. Thank you so much. This is such an incredible honor. This is my first feature film, but not just me. It's also Kevin and Fraser's first film as producers with Rhombus Media, and I'm so grateful to the Toronto International Film Festival for inviting us here and sharing the film. And not just for this award and this night, but for the past 5 years since I moved to Toronto, the festival has been so supportive of me. And 5 years ago, I was in first year university and invited to take part in the TIFF Talent Lab. And I got to learn from so many of my heroes. And there were two pieces of wisdom that I never forgot, and I made this film thinking about. Jane Campion said, relaxed people make good decisions, and taught us about how to do yoga on set. And to like the group, actually, Don McKellar said the only, you may not even remember, but he said the only way to learn how to make a feature is to make a feature. And I found that I just found that so liberating and freeing, because there were no rules, and the possibilities were limitless. So thank you for that. I really need to thank Rhombus Media, to Kevin and Fraser. I could not have made this film without you. I could not have made it without you guys. Thank you so much. To Neve for bringing us together. Oh no. I promised them I wouldn't do this. This was, I'm very, very grateful. I know that to have made this. Thanks, guys. To my incredible cast and crew, Connor Jessup kills in this movie. I am so proud of him. And everyone else. To Victor, Lori, Noah, Adrian, everyone from Elevation Pictures, thank you for championing this film. I'm so grateful to share it with the world. For Fortissimo Films, Taro PR, Cinetic Media, Telefilm Canada, Harold Greenberg Fund, Newfoundland Labrador Film Development Corporation, Rogers Telefund, the Canadian Film Centre, Ryerson University, Best Boy Entertainment, Zeta Cobb from Fogo Island Inn and Shorefast, Rick Mercer for introducing me to Neve and Rhombus, Gordon Pinsent for being a lifelong mentor, my boyfriend AJ Bond, and my lifeline. Oh no. My biggest fan, my mom, Linda Dunn. Thank you for teaching me what unconditional love is. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. I want to hug you all. I'm going to go and let you guys. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I think I'm going to need that Kleenex in a minute.
You go ahead.
Oh, okay.
So thank you and congratulations, Stephen, on behalf of the festival, and a very well-deserved award. Now, for the 24th consecutive year, we're pleased to welcome the FIPRESCI jury, the International Federation of Film Critics, to the festival. The esteemed jurors at this year's festival have traveled from far and wide to be here with us today. Please welcome jury president Engin Erten, Chris Alexander, Pierre Pajot, Kirsten Gazilius, Alyssa Simon, and unfortunately, our 6th jury member, Francisco Ferreira, had to head back home to Portugal. Now, speaking on behalf of the jury is Engin Erten. Please welcome them all to the stage to announce the winners of the FIPRESCI prizes for Discovery and Special Presentations programs.
Before I will announce the winners, I would like to thank the festival for having us here. It has been a great experience. Thank you. And yes, the FIPRESCI, the International Film Critics Association, gives 2 awards at the Toronto International Film Festival. First, I will announce the winner in the Discovery section of the festival. For exploring themes of humanity, dignity, addiction, and redemption in a naturalistic, deceptively simple, and non-exploitative manner, FIPRESCI is pleased to present the prize of the international critics in the Discovery program to Markus Kopp's haunting debut feature, Eva Nova.
Alexandra Strokova of the Slovak Film Center will accept on Marco's behalf and read a statement from the filmmaker. Alexandra.
Hi, so I work for the Slovak Film Institute and the Film Center, and it's always a pleasure to work with TIFF, so thank you, gentlemen. Thanks to Dimitri and Andrei. And it's also a pleasure to work with films like Evanova and filmmakers like Marko Škop. So thanks to the jury, and here's what Marko Škop asked me to tell you on his behalf, and I'm very happy to do that. I would like to thank the Toronto International Film Festival for the invitation, the Great Toronto audiences for their reactions, and thanks to the film critics for this acknowledgement. It's a big honor. Sorry. Yeah, it's a big honor. And there is one special thanks I would like to express to the main actress, to the First Lady of Slovak Cinema and Theatre, which it truly is, to Mrs. Emilia Vášariová, for the openness and brave performance. Thank you. And happy birthday to TIFF.
Now our prize in the special presentations program. For using pure cinema to create a strong physical sensation of being trapped in a vast space and hunted down by hatred in its most primal form, FIPRESCI presents the prize of the international critics in the special presentations program to Desierto by Jonas Cuarón.
Please welcome to the stage director Jonas Cuarón and star of the film Gael García Bernal.
Well, first of all, I want to thank the Festival of Toronto for giving me the opportunity. Since I sent them the movie, Cameron and Pierce, like really, you know, they gave me this great opportunity. And receiving the FIPRESCI prize for me is a huge, huge, humbling thing, because we made Desierto to create a universal movie, a movie that would connect with audiences worldwide. So to get the appreciation of the form, of press worldwide is really humbling. I want to thank all the producers that made this movie possible. And, since the beginning, the main supporter of this film has been Gael, so I want to thank him and bring him on.
Gracias, güey. Ya, qué lindo, güey. Hi. Well, it's really nice to be here. I'm so hungover. It's unbelievable. I just landed like it always happens like that, like just 1 hour ago or something. So it is really great to be here with this news and with this this opportunity. Thank you very much for giving it to us. Thank you very much for the festival as well, for letting us be our first time here. Showing this movie. I think that the film is going to have a very strong life, I hope, and I think it is necessary to dedicate this film. I mean, the issue of migration is something that obviously we all know about. Some more, some less, but it is an issue that is very pertinent right now, of course, because of all this discourse of hatred that is being sort of becoming more and more accepted in the political world, and I think definitely the people that gave us the chance, the opportunity, and to whom we would think of and hold on to whilst making this movie is all the migrants in this world that are making these journeys, not because they choose to, but because they need to. For many different reasons, economical, security, and unfortunately now environmental as well. So it is to them that I think we dedicate this film, and me as a migrant, us as migrants, and our kids that will be migrants, and our parents that are migrants. Que vivan los migrantes. Thank you very much. Thank you, Governor. Okay.
Thank you to the FIPRESCI jury for your ongoing commitment and support of our festival. And congratulations to the winners of the FIPRESCI prizes, Jonas. Thank you to Gael, and thank you to Marco. We appreciate you bringing your films to Toronto. We're also very pleased to host at the festival the Network for Promotion of Asian Cinema, or NETPAC. It's a jury that, for the 4th consecutive year, awards a prize, and the jury this year included Anne Misawa, Heather Kung, and Nishen Moodley. Every year, the festival has been fortunate to host some very significant Asian films as part of our programming lineup at the festival. I'd like to invite the jury to the stage now to present this year's NETPAC Award for World or International Asian Film Premiere.
Hello, everyone. I do first want to thank TIFF for its generosity and graciousness in having NETPAC here. We watched 10 films, and we had a pretty amicable deliberation, not as long as the Canadian jury. And we have decided, for its poetic, moving, and brave attempt to express a grief that is inexpressible, combining all too real elements with lo-fi, sci-fi, the NETPAC jury awards the prize to The Whispering Star, which is Hiso Hiso Boshi, produced and directed by Sion Sono.
Sion Sono could not be here, but we have a statement that Giovanna Fulvi, our programmer for East Asian cinema, will read from Sion Sono and actor Megumi Kagurazaka.
This is the third award that Sonosion has received here at TIFF. In 2012, he won the first NETPAC Jury Award, and in 2003 with The Land of Hope, and in 2013 he won the People's Choice Midnight Madness Award for Why Don't You Play in Hell. Me and Colin Gaddis and I have been closely following his work since many years. We love his vision, and Sonosion loves Toronto and TIFF. He's a very busy man. He's made 5 films in the past year, 5 films at least that we know of. Maybe he's making more. And he's involved in many, he's working on several art installations and art exhibitions, so he could not be here with us today. He asked me to read his statement. The reaction of Toronto audience was amazing, and I felt like people really understood my film. This is a film I believed in, and I'm happy that The Whispering Star received a good evaluation in the biggest film festival in Canada. Megumi Kagurasaka also wants to have a read her statement. Sorry, she's the lead actress in the movie. I could feel that the audience had a great comprehension of the film, and that made me cry. I was not only the actress in the film, but also one of the staff members, so I'm so happy to hear that The Whispering Star won the NETPAC Award. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Giovanna. Now, new for this year is the Toronto Platform Prize. Platform is a jury program which champions directors' cinema from around the world. We created this program as a way to sharpen our focus on artistically ambitious films, and we are thrilled to put the spotlight on the 12 brilliant filmmakers who presented their work in the festival. This award carries a cash prize of $25,000. Please welcome Zhaijian Ke, Claire Denis, and Agnieszka Holland, the esteemed jury for the Toronto Platform Prize.
Hello, everyone.
3 directors.
Hello, everyone. It's my big honor to be here as a jury member of first year platform selection. it's great time to watch 12 wonderful movie, and also very great time with Aniska and Claire. We decided got honorable mention this year for 3 director. They focus on real life and open a new landscape for us, very powerful and touch us. We decided to give honorable mention to Brazilian director Gabriel Mascaro for director of a film Nihonbo. And where? Direct. And it's Chinese filmmaker He Ping, director of Promised Land. Argentina filmmaker Pablo Chobelo, director of The Claim. Can you understand my English?
Yes. So let's go together.
I will go together. So it was great to be here.
Yeah.
To watch
So
the
it was
films.
great to be here. Yes, a little bit cold in the theater. Yeah.
No, the weather was great, but the air conditioning in the cinema theater was chilling, so I had to buy the jacket and the warm shoes.
And I had to buy a jacket too, and a scarf. And we endure, but we were also, I don't know, today I'm sad because I feel like I'm back to civilian life, you know. We were the 3 of us going to see those 12 films with sort of as a duty, because also we are film director, to the 3 of us to do a great job and the pleasure to be together. So, I am supposed to start. So, following a long discussion,
Really
but not
long.
too long, I must say, no.
It was quite long.
Yeah. Some characters sometimes, you know, the jury has chosen unanimously, and this is true.
After long discussions.
Yeah, but
not so long.
But it's not an unanimous prize as a compromise. It was really something that film was really in our list, the 3 of us, to give the platform prize to Hurt by Alan Zweig.
Alan, please join us on stage.
And I want to say the word. It is the film that explores the complexity and fragility of human destiny in the country that much of the world sees a paradise. And it's true, we all loved this film and have been deeply, deeply touched. We had a little problem with the fact that it's a Canadian film. But fortunately, we are not Canadians. So for us, the filmmakers and the movies are really international. We are the great international family of the cinema.
Thank you. You won't forget your film. Yeah, it's for you. It's a stone. It's very heavy.
I told Stephen, who won the Best Canadian, otherwise known as my old prize. Not to drop it because it breaks into 4 pieces, but this thing is not going to break. Anyway, this jury makes me nervous.
Oh, we can leave.
So I'm kind of nervous. I will say this, that when I made films that nobody saw, I used to say that I made films for myself. And then when I was lucky enough to get an audience, I would say I made films for an audience, but now I'm thinking maybe I made films for juries. That's my target audience. Anyway, I am in shock, but I can only understand this win by thinking about some anniversaries. So it's the 40th year of TIFF. It's the 30th anniversary of Stefano running across Canada. And it's the 40th anniversary of me starting film school. And the first year of TIFF was my second year of film school, and I made a film called The Boys, which was my it was a tribute to my cinematic hero, John Cassavetes. And it was a big film that year at Sheridan, where I went. And it was also the longest film ever made at Sheridan, 23 minutes. And I thought my career was launched. I was going to be the next, Canada's Cassavetes or Scorsese or Altman or Bob Rafelson or Herzog or whatever. I thought I was on my way, but the next 20 years, we call that the 20-year failed experiment. It didn't happen, but when I left film school, I was lucky enough that my hometown had a film festival, and that's where my education continued, and that's where my mind got blown by the vast array of European and art films, and where I think my education happened more here in the theaters than anywhere else. And I used to say that that's what screwed me up, was the messages I got from Sheridan to find my own voice, and the message I got from those films that anything was possible and I should listen to my own voice and do whatever I wanted. That was hard for me to figure out how to do. But eventually I did. So the film I made this year, I never felt more like I was making the right film for me. And I never felt more like I was making a film that I was listening to these voices. And when I came to TIFF and saw films, I saw films like The Waiting Room that also made me feel other people were hearing the same voices. I felt like my film was in a conversation with them. I never felt that before. And to get this prize from this jury who, they're not a bunch of people from Toronto who know me. They're filmmakers whose films are exactly the kind of films that I saw here that blew my mind and stretched me, and it's amazing. So in that spirit, I can sort of accept this win and say, so I want to thank Stefano. I want to thank Peter Gentili, my producer. I want to thank TIFF. I want to thank this jury. I want to thank my wife for giving me this perfect moment and this check. This is...
Thank you, Alan. That kind of summarizes so much of what we're trying to do with this organization, actually. So thank you for those kind words about TIFF and about the building and everything that we provide for filmmakers and for audiences.
Thank you, Alan. Congratulations on the film. We're so pleased that Grolsch is the sponsor once again of a prize that has become a signature part of our festival every year, the Grolsch People's Choice Award. It's now in its 38th year, and it's presented to the most popular films as selected by festival audiences. Prizes are also awarded to films in the Midnight Madness and documentary programs. These awards have a special place in our hearts because they're selected by our amazing Toronto audiences. Filmmakers bring films to the festival every year, in part because they know that the audience here is savvy, discerning, and yet warm. These are not film snobs, these are film lovers.
Moviegoers have cast ballots for their favorite festival film since 1978, and they've done it again this year. Toronto audiences have shown themselves to be very skilled at choosing films that go on to critical acclaim and prestigious awards. Previous winners of the People's Choice Award include Morton Tilden's The Imitation Game, Steve McQueen's 12 Years a Slave, and Danny Boyle's Slumdog Millionaire. Every year, we present a free screening of the People's Choice Award winner for Toronto audiences. And new this year, we're hosting this fantastic event at Roy Thompson Hall. Don't miss it, tonight at 8 o'clock. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Sarah Waldock, Director of Marketing, Premium Imports for SAB Miller, Canada, to present the awards. The second runner-up for the Grolsch People's Choice Midnight Madness Award is Jeremy Saulnier's Green Room, and the first runner-up is Todd Strauss-Schulzen's The Final Girls. And the winner of the Grolsch's People's Choice Midnight Madness Award is Ilya Neshuler's Hardcore. Please welcome TIFF's Midnight Madness programmer Colin Geddes to the stage to read a statement from the filmmaker.
I just have to say it was great to have Ilya in town for the festival. He, like many of the other filmmakers in Midnight Madness, would go and see each other's films every night, and he unfortunately had to be whisked back to Los Angeles for some tense negotiations for the sale of his film. But he really enjoyed seeing the films at the Ryerson with the audience, and he and his producers have sent this statement. The filmmakers want to thank you, the amazing audiences that turned out for Midnight Madness. It was an honor to be included in a group made of so many fine films. And I'd like to extend a thank you to Colin and my programming assistant, Peter Kaplowski, for introducing us to you in a dark theater in the middle of a rainy night. That was truly a hardcore movie experience. And I'd also like to just note that the Midnight Madness audience has good taste because they've presented this award to films from Australia, Indonesia, and now Russia. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Colin, and congratulations to Ilya. Now on to the Grolsch People's Choice Documentary Award. The second runner-up is Brian D. Johnson's Al Purdy Was Here. And the first runner-up is Avi Lewis's This Changes Everything. And the winner of the Grolsch People's Choice Documentary Award is Evgeny Avanivsky's Winter on Fire, Ukraine's Fight for Freedom. Please welcome to the stage TIFF Docs programmer Tom Powers to read a statement from the filmmaker.
The director, Yevgeny Afanevsky, I could do it when I'm not on stage, sent this statement this morning. On behalf of the whole filmmaking team from Maidan and my production team, I want to thank the entire Toronto International Film Festival team, Tom Powers, and TIFF's amazing audience for the support and for recognizing our movie as an important historical monument dedicated to the patriotism and unity of the Ukrainian people. I also want to applaud all my collaborators who helped me document history, sharing this story with the rest of the world, despite working in life-threatening conditions and extreme weather. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. This award is my dedication to all of you and your loyalty to documentary filmmaking. Thank you very much.
Kudos go to Evgeny for this very well-deserved win. Finally, the Grolsch People's Choice Award. The second runner-up is Tom McCarthy's Spotlight, and the first runner-up is Pan Nalen's Angry Indian Goddesses. Whoa. congratulations to Tom and Pan and a whole bunch of other people, clearly in the room.
The goddesses. I think those are the goddesses back there right now.
Are they angry? And now the 2015 Grolsch People's Choice Award, which carries a cash prize of $15,000, goes to Lenny Abrahamson's Room. I'd like to invite Laurie May, co-president at Elevation Pictures, to join us and say a few words.
I'm going to speak very quickly because this is David's show. I just want to say on behalf of Elevation Pictures, all of our films are our babies. We're passionate. We love them. I'm so proud of this film room. I think Emma Donahue summed it up at the Q&A when she said so beautifully, because she is a writer, that with no offense to fiction, there are some things that only film can bring to life. And so we are so proud of the Toronto Film Festival and everything that you guys do, and we wish you a happy 40th birthday and to many more years of beautiful films together. And so I'm going to read this from Lenny. I'm nervous. I'm not. Okay.
I brought her up with me because I was nervous.
Okay. From Lenny, I'm so honored that Room has been chosen by the TIFF audience to win the Grolsch People's Choice Award. The program this year was full of extraordinary films, and for such a knowledgeable, film-loving audience to choose ours as their film of the festival is something of which I will always be immensely proud. It is a testament to the incredible talent and passion of all who made this film, cast and crew, and those who backed us and had faith in us from the beginning. My particular love and gratitude go to Ed Geaney, producer and friend who has been with me on this journey from the beginning, Emma Donahue, whose beautiful novels started everything and who has been the most open and inspiring collaborator throughout, and to Brie Larson and little Jacob Tremblay, who carry this film with such brilliance.
So I'd just like to say, first and foremost, as a proud citizen of Toronto, and I'd like to say, thank the TIFF audience for being so clever and voting for our film this year. I think it goes to prove again that a film connects emotionally to an audience can really move mountains, and we hope our success continues into the fall. I'd like to thank the filmmakers, Lenny Abramson, the director, the writer and author of the book, Emma Donahue, our amazing producing partners, Element Pictures, Ed Geaney and Andrew Lowe. I'd like to thank Film Nation, UTA, especially Rena Ronson and Glenn Basner. I'd like to thank our worldwide distributors, Elevation Pictures, A24, Studio Canal, Universal Pictures. And I'd like to thank our funding and creative partners, Irish Film Board, Film 4, Telefilm Canada, OMDC, Movie Central, TMN, and finally the City of Toronto, where we shot this film. And obviously, TIFF, the Festival of Festivals. Thank you. Happy 40th.
So a big congratulations on behalf of everyone at TIFF to all of the award winners for 2015. And thank you for joining us for this year's festival and being here today for the award ceremony. And of course, the celebration of cinema continues this afternoon with a very, very special screening of Hitchcock's classic Vertigo at Roy Thompson Hall. And this treat includes a live score being played by the Toronto Symphony Orchestra. And we have a very special guest, Kim Novak, the actual star of Vertigo, who's going to be in attendance.
And of course, we are planning, believe it or not, for next year's festival already. Everybody who works here, 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Joking. So mark your calendars. We will see you back here in Toronto September 8th to the 18th, 2016 for year 41 of the Toronto International Film Festival. Thank you. It has been a great 11 days. Thank you.
Thank you.